What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to Play to Win with More Than a Coach. Mike Holmes here, and I'm here with another segment of wordplay. Also the wealth of self, which is the winning way of life. And today, I'm going to be talking about or discussing the words. I'm going to be discussing religion versus the word religion versus the word life. Let's go ahead and get started. So today, I'm going to get started with the definition first. I'll get started with the definition of religion. And like I said, I have videos where I went over this before, but now I'm going to be comparing words. And like I say, it's a word play or play on words. Just really, and that is just about, really going into the definition and seeing what words mean. Like I say, over the years, I realized a lot of times we use words and we really don't know what they mean. We haven't really looked it up. We just go off the definition that we heard, or we go off how it was used in a certain context, and that may not necessarily be what the word means exactly, like what I learned from my research and study. And so, to get started, the definition of religion is the belief in and worship of a superhuman power or powers, especially a god or gods. And the second definition is a particular system of faith and worship. And the third definition is a pursuit or interest to which someone ascribes supreme importance. And with that being said, like I like to say, with that part, with the third definition, you can be religious towards certain things. And really, with these talks, that's what I want to do. Be religious towards yourself. Be religious towards your goals and aspirations. So that could be religion as well. Not how religion has been taught to share with people, like having to go to a church or having to go to a temple or practicing certain things, that someone else created, basically. So, like I say, you can create, you start creating what you want to do with your life, and that can be your religion. But anyway, to get back to it, the origin of religion is Latin, and it's the word religare, which means to bind, which came from the word Old French, and Latin religio, which means obligation, bind, or reverence, which came to religion, which means life under monastic vows, which was Middle English. And monastic is defined as relating to monks, nuns, or others living under religious vows or the buildings in which they live. And now, with that being said, that's religion. And so I like to go, you can go with me, and I'll post it up here, going to Genesis, in the Bible, Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. And that reads, "And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul." So, with this, Bible verse, what this telling me is that God gave man life, not religion. As we read it here, like I say, it said God breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And with that being said, then we go to John 10:10, where Christ comes and say, "I have come that they may have life, and that they may have it more abundantly." It doesn't say that I have come to give them religion and have it more abundantly, but life. So God breathed life into man, and Christ said that he came that one may have life and have it more abundantly. And okay, what is life? By definition, life is the existence of an individual. Its origin is Old English, from life, I guess it's LIF, of Germanic origin, which is related to the Dutch. I guess it's still life, LIJF, and then the German lieb, which means body, and also live, the first live. Like, if you're not aware, when you're looking up certain words in the dictionary, sometimes words have different meanings. So it'll be like, so in this instance, it's live one, and there's also a live two. And so in the dictionary tell you which context to use the word according to the definition. And so if you get time and look it up, you can see that there's live one and live two, but the dictionary tells us to look up live one. So live, the first definition, means to spend one's life in a particular way or under particular circumstances. The second meaning reads supply oneself with the means of subsistence. And the third definition is have an exciting or fulfilling life. And so the definition of subsistence is a source or means of obtaining the necessities of life. Then I also wanted to define abundantly, like from the scripture John 10:10, and abundantly just means in large quantities, plentifully. So with that being said, like I say, these are the definitions, and like I say, the main point of this first part here is that to understand that, like I say, in the beginning, like in Genesis, God breathed the breath of life in man. So God gave man life, not religion. And then when Christ came in John 10:10, he said that I come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. And nowhere does it say that I have come that they may have religion, or God didn't breathe religion into the nostrils of man, but life. So with that being said, we're going to move on. So how does one live abundantly? Like saying, through my research and study, I come across a few ways that one can live abundantly, And so beginning, to live abundantly, one must live for the mind, one must live for the body, and one must live for the soul. Neither one is better than the other. All are alike and are desirable. And no one of the three, body, mind, or soul, can live abundantly if either of the others is cut short of full life and expression. As you may know, one may have witnessed or experienced the results of living for the body and denying both mind and soul. Therefore, one would see that real life means the complete expression of all that an individual can give through body, mind, and soul. And so how do we do that? So first, to be able to live abundantly in the body, one must have good food, comfortable clothing, and warm shelter, and freedom from excessive toil. It must have rest and recreation, which are also necessary for an individual's physical life. And so to live abundantly in the mind, one needs books and the time to study them, with opportunities to travel and observe along with intellectual companionship. To live abundantly in the mind, one must have intellectual recreations and must surround oneself with all objects of art and beauty that one is capable of using and appreciating. And to live abundantly in the soul, one must have joy and appreciation. So it is perfectly fine that any normal individual desires to give their best attention to live an abundant life, for it is one of the noblest and necessary of all studies. For an individual can render no greater service to the Creator and their fellow man and woman. And what I come up with this is like religion binds and saves the soul, but life unfolds the soul. And so like I was saying, to be able to get clear and live abundant, like I say, I just gave some examples of how one can do that. But all this talk is really going to take me back to Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 2 and 3. And it reads, Then the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And so like I was saying before about being a creator in my last video, understanding that you are a creator. Like I said, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. God created man and woman in the image and likeness of himself. So that makes a man and a woman creators, an individual. And so, like I was saying in the last video, how you create is like, God tells you, write the vision. And so, like I say, with my questions, and with that being said, with the questions on how do you do that, but I added another question, because like I said, even the main point of this talk is about, words, understanding what religion means and what life means, and then, distinguishing between the two, like and understanding that, like in the Bible, God gave man life. Christ came and said that he came that man and woman should have life more abundantly. It had nothing about religion or going to a building, you know what I'm saying, or following certain regulations or for certain doctrines and nothing like that. It said life, you know what I'm saying? So my first question, like I was talking on my last video, is that what is life causing you to ask for at this time? And with that question, like, okay, you can look at your life, you know what I'm saying? I was talking about the different aspects of life. And so I added a part in here though, but it's 7. So I added one more section. It's 7. From my last video, there are 7 aspects of life. So the first one, what is life asking you? What is life causing you to ask for at this time in your spiritual and emotional life aspect of life? What is life causing you to ask for in the mental and physical arena? What is life causing you to ask for in the monetary and financial arena? What is life causing you to ask for in your business and career, in the business and career arena? What is life causing you to ask for in your family arena? What is life causing you to ask for in the social arena? And what is life causing you to ask for as far as its recreation and relaxation? Because with all these aspects, I learned that, you know what I'm saying, I had to think about it, that this is one of the things that is needed as well. You also need rest and relaxation and recreation. And that is an aspect of life too, because it goes with all the other things as well. And then the other question that I came up with is, you know, if you're dealing with religion, what does religion cause you to ask for? Like if you're part of religion, if you're practicing religion, when you ask yourself these questions, what does religion cause you to ask for in these aspects of life? And does it benefit your life? You know what I mean? So like I said, because God breathed life into the nostrils of man and woman, of individuals, and also, like I say, you know, that they may have life and have it more abundantly. And then, like I say, and the last question is, what makes you happy? And so, like I say, you can take time and like just to get to it, like I say, the main thing, those just questions. But what I really want people to get to, like far as life is concerned, far as your life, up until this point, how you live, like I say, write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So with that being said, like I say, think about what makes you happy. You know, think about the things that you do now that make you happy. Think about the things that you would like to do that would make you happy. Think about things that you may be used to do that you may have gotten away from, that you would like to get back to, that makes you happy, because that's very important. And then, like I say, the other one is like, what is life causing you to ask for? Meaning, if you look over your life, like saying these aspects of life, what are you desiring? What is life causing you to ask for in these aspects of life? So, you know, take time and write those down. I'm going to, in the next videos, I'm going to go into more detail in those aspects of life. But like I say, we are creators, and we're going to be operating in the image and likeness by, you know, writing the vision and being a creator. By writing the vision, we're creating the life that we're aspiring to live, which makes us in the image of the image and likeness of God by being a creator. Thinking about my own experience with religion, you know, and you know, thinking back and reminiscing about it, like the difference between like life and religion, because before I started participating in religion, I say I was living life, you know, I was doing my thing, you know, and the biggest thing that most things that I'm known for is playing basketball, so that's something that I enjoy doing, you know, just living life, you know, trying to, you know, accomplish certain goals and set out to do certain things in life, you know. Yeah, you know, was having fun, having a good time. And then, like I say, once I got into religion, you know what I'm saying, how that changed, it was like you living your life was being shunned or was being taken away, you know, everything that didn't deal with a church function or a church duty, was being frowned upon, So over time, life, uh, you know, as I knew it was like being taken away, or everything was, bad, or, it was always something that, people wanted you to do with religion, you know, whether it's doing something in the church, whether it's some kind of duty, whether it's you doing communion, or you doing a prayer, or you teaching a class, or you recording, or you ushering, it was always something that you had to be there for that. And there's really nothing that benefits your life, like say, and that's why, I'm mentioning now that it's important that Habakkuk, you write the vision, you make it plain, because you could be spending a lot of time doing things that's not benefiting your life at all, or stuff that you really don't even want to do, or you doing it because, out of a false obligation, because someone is telling you that you should be doing these things, or you have to do these things. And and from my experience, that is not true. And like I was just talking about in this video and past video, you being the creator, you creating the life that you want to live, because that's the creator within you, wanting you to experience those things. So I just wanted to say that real quick, to go along with this talk, at the end, that, create your life, live your life, and then keep creating things that you want to experience and see in your life. And it has nothing to do with religion, because by you doing that, like I talked about in the talk, living life abundantly, it's one of the greatest things that you can do to show your appreciation to your creator and your fellow man or woman. And with that being said, hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and comment below and let me know what you think. Peace.